Dying Light 2's new gun update is cool, and you get some really nice guns, but the grind is horrible. I mean, I've been gaming for 4 hours, and this is how far I've been able to get. It's not an easy grind. And when I say not easy, the missions themselves are not that difficult, but they're just so repetitive, and you get almost no XP to level up your levels in order to unlock new levels of J. J is a new guy where you can access your weapons and buy new weapons at the fisheye. Now, typically I wouldn't really have a problem with these missions because, for example, the ones with the former Night Runner and also Shenzhou, those missions you can do anywhere on the map, which is great. And that was a little bit of a grind, but it was fine because I had the variety of the map. However, with J, you actually have to do these bounties through the missions, which is the board right next to him here. The issue that I have is that it's just so repetitive. You've got to do these missions over and over and over and over again. I've probably done the first one about 43 times. That was just a guess, but a pretty accurate one. And I've only managed to get this far with unlocking all the weapons that Jay has. And some of these do require co-op in order to be able to do the monthly bounties, so they're not always easily done without a co-op member. So if you're having that issue, feel free to join the Discord server. The link should be down in the description. And you can find someone to game with and to help you out. Now, I only have these weapons, which is totally fine. It's what I've got so far, and I actually quite like them all. They're a lot of fun. I really do like the implementation of guns in Dying Light 2. Some people don't like it, but I guess they just don't have to use them if they don't want to, since they really like the melee weapons in Dying Light 2. And I agree, it's a really great mechanic, but I do like the implementation of guns. It's just a lot more fun and adds a new dynamic to the game, which you can choose to use or not. Just the grind is so long. So what do you think? Do you think this is a good implementation in the game? Is the grind too long? I know for me it's just taking forever, and you know, there's other people who have already unlocked the level 10, so I don't know, maybe it's just me. But let me show you some tricks on how to speed this up so that you don't have to take as long as it could take. I'm gonna help speed it up just a little bit. So one pretty obvious tip would be to make sure that you activate the category missions at the same time. So for example, you've got survivor missions and you've got elite missions. Make sure to activate the available survivor missions all at once so that you can go ahead and essentially kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 zombies with 1 bullet, I guess. This way you're trying to achieve multiple bounties all in the same go, whereas if you have a few survivor missions and a few elite missions activated at the same time, you're not really getting a bang for your buck. You're kind of missing out on an opportunity to get these done as quick as possible. The second one is that the priceless survivor mission is the shortest out of all 3 of them, and I'm going to show you at the end of this video how you can finish these super quick, because there's some bounties where you have to finish 10 survivor missions or maybe even kill 3 goons or those big guys, which are at the end of each of these priceless missions. So that's going to be a really useful one. It is going to be repetitive and boring, but if you want to grind to get all of these weapons unlocked, this is how we're going to have to do it. Another tip is going to be, of course, using glitched weapons. I have the military machete glitched weapon from the Dying Light 2 Bloody Ties DLC, and I do have a video which I'll link at the end of this video on how to get that weapon. This weapon will allow you to one-shot most enemies, and it just speeds up the process so much. The other thing that will come in handy are toughness boosters. These are going to help, especially with the exploding zombies, and just being able to withstand big hits, especially when you're trying to just speedrun through these. That and also regeneration boosters are going to help a lot. Okay, so with the amount of bounties that you have in order to complete survivor missions as some of your bounties, numerous times in fact, here's a really good speedrun through the priceless mission that you can go ahead and copy if you want to, in order to get through these missions as quick as possible. That way you can go ahead and complete these bounties as quick as you can.
Potential contact, missing some supplies, gas tanks, medicine, that kind of thing. Let's make them happy now so they can help us later.
Normally there's crates on top of this roof, but in this case there aren't, the ones that you have to search for. So then you go ahead and go into this window and you'll find all 4 of them in here. And you'll also notice 3 icons up here. This is how many lives you have for each of these missions. So if you die once, it's okay. You've got 3 lives in total. And then on my way out of the building, I like to far jump off of this table or off of the windowsill in there. It just gives me a bit of a boost towards this zip line. And then I'll go over this and towards the next spot.
Let me know if you're ready for something more dangerous.
So it's pretty much that simple. This screen takes 30 seconds, which I have no idea why they decided to put that in there. Let me skip this or just don't do it at all. It's extremely frustrating that I have to spend 30 seconds doing this every single time I finish a mission. It gets long when you're doing this for a while and you're doing it repetitively. So if that was helpful, let me know in the comments down below and also leave a like, that'd really be appreciated. I'm still on the grind to unlock the rest of the weapons, so if you want to see that, stick around and subscribe. I'll let you know when I've unlocked all of those, and maybe I'll have some extra tips and tricks for that at that point. I'd also love to know if any of you have figured out some techniques and tricks to get this done quicker, because this is such a grind. So if you have any of those, please let us know in the comments below. The rest of the community is going to really appreciate that, and I'll pin the best one. Thanks for your help, and I'll see you in the next one.